Today we're going to do my pizza sauce, and let's get started. We need about 3.5 tablespoons of olive oil. You can use butter if you want, but keep in mind, butter can burn unless you clarify it. Now I'm adding minced onion. I got 130 grams of minced onion. $32 grams of minced garlic. Don't get all 32 grams in. You don't want to miss any of that goodness. Sorry about that. Throw it in there. I'll cook that till it gets translucent. Now that's got the translucity that I was talking about, translucentness. So 4 cans of these tomatoes. I want to bring it up to where it bubbles and then turn it down and add it simmer. Now some of you may be thinking, what am I doing with a potato masher? Others might be thinking, those tomatoes are too chunky. That sauce is going to be too chunky. Well, as this reduces, I'm going to use this to stir and mash the tomatoes. So I won't get rid of all the chunks, but I will crush a lot of them in the process of stirring and crushing. I'm going to use this like so. And as the tomatoes cook, the sauce reduces. The tomatoes will get easier to mash, and the sauce will thicken on its own. The reduction process on this is going to take quite some time, and near the end of that is when I'll add my seasoning. We're 1 hour in, and this is what it looks like after 6 minutes. Every 6 minutes I've been mashing and stirring, and you can see where it's reduced quite a bit, and it's starting to thicken. About a half hour from now, I'm going to add the seasoning, adjust the seasoning, salt, pepper, basil, oregano, red pepper, and next time you come back, we'll be showing you that. Start a timer for the next stir. Let's do our seasoning. We're going to use salt, about a tablespoon of salt, oregano, 1 tablespoon of oregano, tablespoon of basil, red pepper flakes, crushed red pepper, tablespoon and a half. Give that a stir, mix it all in. I don't know if you can see it. I mean, I think it's gotten much more dense. Well, that's part of reduction, right? Condensing. And the color's brighter. Let's see how our seasoning is done. Well, for my purposes, that's spot on. Sauce is done. We're going to turn it off and let it cool, and we'll use it on the pizza. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. What would you do different? Or what's your favorite sauce? All these things will help anybody else make a decision. And maybe me too. Love y'all. Bye. Okay, let's get our crust in here. Okay, let's get our crust in here. Try to get it distributed evenly. Without it overlapping, get it to stand up on the sides. We buttered this. We don't have a deep dish pan pizza. So what I'm using is instead of a pizza pan, I'm using a cheesecake pan, spring form. I've done this once, it worked out, so it should work out again. And we're gonna get this in here, we're gonna dock it. The trick is getting it to stay up here to the sides, get evenly distributed. So I should just dock this with a fork. Oops. Docker. Thank you. Getting help from my lovely wife. Thank you, baby. We're docking it so we don't get too much rise out of this. We're going to par bake it to make sure the dough gets done. That's what it looks like. So in the oven we go. We need to put some beans in there to hold it down. Is that big enough? Humble it up, you say? What's the baker suggest? We're going to par cook this for 15 minutes.
Go some more, but you don't no longer need these.
Okay, we'll put it back in. Now for the build section. We're going to put in cheese first. And I went ahead and cooked the Italian sausage. This is hot Italian sausage. See other people do it raw, but I'm like, that's an awful thing. I'm not sure it would cook all the way through. Reheat, melt. Cheese, yeah. Cook raw sausage. Not so sure about that one. Now for the sauce. My crust slipped down, so it should be taller than this, but yeah, can't be perfect every time. I've made this once before. The crust came out a little taller, stood on the sides, it slipped down this time during the baking. It is what it is. Pepperoni. cheese. And we're going to do one more layer of pepperoni right on top, just because I like the way it looks. Never heard my wife say, "You got too much pepperoni on pizza" before. So. Okay, now we'll go back in the oven. Should be done in 45 minutes. We'll be back. It's all right, Jane.
Watch out, it's hot. Oh yeah, it's ready. It's pulled away. It's pulled away from the sides. Let me show. See how it's pulled up from the side? That's a very good, just like a cake. Yeah, don't touch it with your hands.
See how blonde the sides are?
I think that looks good. What are you talking about?
Well,
It looks
last time
good.
we put it back in because you didn't think it was brown enough. You think it looks good?
Yeah, it was lighter the last time.
Okay, well, we can eat then, right?
Yeah.
Hoorah!
Waha!
Okay.
Can you lift up the bottom? Yeah.
It's done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's cut it.
You can cut it out with that.
I can cut it with that?
Why not?
I think it's going to crumble it. Whatever.
Oh,
I'll try.
well, if you think. You think it's not going to work.
Sorry. I'm going to turn it now.
It's got to be hot, hot, hot. Oh, I cut it in half. I wanted to... Look at that. That's... Nice.